You might not like it, but streamers and video game content creators are the future of video game advertising, and any game company that wants to make money or have their game remain relevant realizes this. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. I'm Josh Dreyfus. Over the last few years, I've been making gaming content on YouTube and Twitch streaming for almost as long, and recently my channel has grown substantially. Because of this, I've been contacted on an almost daily basis by companies wanting me to try and sell you everything from mobile games to ergonomic chairs to hair care products. And the reason companies are so eager to work with content creators and live streamers is because content creation and live streaming is the future of advertising, especially in the gaming landscape. So let's have a quick discussion of the symbiotic relationship between the content creator, the advertiser and the audience, and how it's being catered to by video game companies. Before we begin, a huge shout out to this video's sponsor, you, the Patreon supporters and Twitch subs who keep the channel going. More on how you can support at the end. For now, let's begin. For the past few days, I've been playing the New World beta, and I've been live streaming it on my Twitch streams and finding a few hours here and there to enjoy the game myself off stream. I even made a video on it calling it a slightly above average MMO, which coming from me is quite high praise. This video got quite a bit of feedback from people who passionately hated the game, calling me a paid shill because I praised the graphical ambience and sound design, to people who completely loved the game and called me a talentless hack because I didn't praise the PvP enough or overlook some of the more glaring bugs. Extreme fans of both sides came out to voice a very passionate opinion, and that is what interested me, because as we'll see later, this game is specifically built for content creators to excel at it. This video got views and interaction from both sides of an argument, and this is what advertisers and marketing specialists love, because the reach an advert has increases exponentially when multiple demographics start looking at it and start sharing it. So how does this relate to content creators or live streamers? YouTube is the second most visited website in the world, just behind Google, and over 100 billion hours of gaming content was watched in 2020 alone. More people now watch YouTube than traditional television, and live streaming site Twitch has also grown at an incredible rate in the last 5 years. In 2016, people watched Twitch for a total of 292 billion minutes. So far in 2020 alone, they've watched 865 billion, and it's July. On-demand media like Netflix and YouTube has been eclipsing terrestrial TV for several years now. In fact, on-demand media is eclipsing most form of other advertising, from billboards to radio adverts to TV adverts. Because of this, marketing agencies and executives are aiming at YouTubers and Twitch streamers to be the new face of advertising, and there will be absolutely no shortage of people to aim at, because YouTuber or content creator is now one of the most desired childhood jobs. The dream job has changed throughout the years. In the 80s it was rockstar, the 90s had astronauts, the early 2000s had movie stars, and the 2010s were all about being a reality TV star, and now in the 2020s the most popular career ambition for a child is YouTuber. And it shouldn't really be that surprising. With YouTube being as popular as it is and children watching so many hours, it's understandable they'd want to emulate their favourite content creators. It's the age-old cult of personality combining with fame and fortune, and the numbers reflect this. In 2016, there were around 2.2 million Twitch streamers. Now there are closer to 9.2 million. Advertisers go where people are, and people are on YouTube and on Twitch, but it's not a fair split with the viewer demographic. The top few channels get the majority of the views. We can refer to the Pareto principle for the average 80-20 split, 80% of views going to the top 20% of channels. This is highly likely correct. So advertisers want their product to be advertised or played by those top 20% of channels. And this is where the incredible influence of the streamers and content creators can be seen. Video games have insane marketing budgets. In some cases, such as The Witcher 3, the marketing budget is more than the development budget. A good game can only sell well if people know about it, so spending vast sums of money to make sure people do know about it is usually a very good idea. Because of this, marketing companies want to spend the least amount of money for the maximum amount of exposure, and this is where content creators absolutely excel. A large content creator playing your game or plugging it in a pre-roll advert can boost sales so much you can sometimes break the game's servers. In some cases, the advertising campaigns can be so successful they become ingrained in our collective consciousness. When I said in the video earlier, but first a word from our sponsor, How many of you thought of a certain mobile game? If you did, the advertising campaigns they have paid for have clearly worked. Think of some of the breakout successes in gaming recently. Fall Guys, Among Us, Phasmophobia, Marbles on Stream. These games either spent a large amount of their marketing budget or a large amount of their game design space catering specifically to content creators and live streamers. Because they know if content creators and live streamers play their game, it's highly likely other people will as well. It's almost guaranteed other people will play it if it becomes popular. It's a cycle, and you break into this cycle by catering your game to live streamers. To see the incredible pull and influence a live streamer has on a game's player base, just look at how many people went to play Final Fantasy XIV after Asmongold gave it a go. People follow the creator, no matter what content they choose to create. It is the cult of personality, and it's here to stay. Some people don't watch content creators for the game they play, they watch for the person themselves. So when that person tries a new game, they will also try it because they trust the person. The influence content creators can have is massive. They are living, breathing billboards, except instead of only being seen by people in the local area like a physical billboard, they are global. Instead of being repetitive, like seeing a TV advert for the 100th time, they are live and reactive. If an advertiser puts an advert on a YouTube video or a YouTuber makes a sponsored video, it is there forever. It is the best long-term money an ad agency can possibly spend. So, with more people watching YouTube and Twitch, content creators becoming more effective advertising tools than traditional advertising mediums, and marketing agencies becoming aware of the incredible influence and power that content creators have to take almost any game and cause its popularity to explode overnight, what are game companies doing to capture this without paying for it? Well, New World made me smile because they seem to understand how important streamers are going to be to this game's popularity. New World is an MMORPG made by Amazon, and Amazon own Twitch. Because of this, New World has Twitch integration. You can link up your Twitch channel to your game. Now this by itself is nothing special. Other games have Twitch integration like Dead Cells or Vermintide 2, but New World actively encourages you to both stream and to watch streams. In the game, there's a setting to link your Twitch channel to your New World account, and then there is the option to have your live broadcasting status and your viewer count shown above your in-game nameplate, so others can see it and you can show it off. You can also invite people directly from your Twitch chat into your in-game party, and you can send players in-game resources by just knowing their name. And if you watch an official streamer of the game, you could receive in-game early access beta keys. It is highly likely in-game drops will continue when the game goes into full release. So New World isn't just an MMO, it's an MMO that actively encourages you to broadcast it and to watch it being broadcasted. They know a strong content creation scene is vital to an MMO game's long-term survival, and they are actively encouraging that without specifically paying for it. Now, what inspired me to make this whole video and talk about the relationship between content creators and advertisers was a Reddit comment on the New World subreddit, where someone says that they hope the game doesn't change to appease the streamers and the content creators. They hope Amazon does not give in to the demands of the content creators. Well, here's the thing, it doesn't need to give in. It's built for us. New World is built for content creators to excel at. It's built to be live streamed. It's specifically designed to appeal to that kind of player and that kind of viewer. The game is a content creation machine target. New World is a faction-based, territory-control, PvP-focused game with built-in broadcasting status, Twitch integration, and rewards for both streaming and watching streams, such as the prestige of a nameplate symbol, showing that you're live and broadcasting and how many viewers you have, and through watching a broadcast you might get in-game items. The game design also rewards large groups of players and gives them a distinct advantage over smaller groups, and large groups are most often formed by popular content creators. You effectively have a game designed to be a spectacle. The entire allure of this game is the open world PvP and the city siege events. The more people, the grander the event. YouTube videos of massive wars will be posted the day they happen. Twitch streamers will rally armies against other Twitch streamers. People will sit watching the streams to feel part of the community and to get the items. Many will send popular streamers gold or in-game items to feel they are helping the war effort. The game encourages you to join the content creator's army, and if you don't, you will be at a disadvantage. That Reddit comment, the one about not changing the game to suit streamers, made me chuckle, because they don't need to change it. They've been clever. They've built it with content creation in mind. And streaming, they've built it to encourage it, because content creation is, without a doubt, the most effective form of advertising a video game can have. Viewers feel close to the streamer, so they play the same game. They form a community and then become emotionally attached, and forming an emotional attachment to anything is the holy grail of advertising. If you're watching this video on my channel, then that's the power of algorithmic advertising, especially if this video was recommended to you. If you're watching it on a reaction channel, that's the power of the cult of personality, because you value that person's reaction to this video. If you're leaving an angry comment down below about how this doesn't work on you and you're far above this and you're far too clever to have advertising affect you, then you are interacting with this video, which is actively feeding its interaction metric and pushing it up in the algorithm. And that's one of the amazing things about the advertising machine when content creators get involved. Hatred is still positive. And because there are now two aspects to this video, both the content and the content creator, you have twice the amount of things to potentially hate, and advertisers love that. Let's go back to the idea that forming an emotional attachment is essential in advertising. With a traditional advert like a billboard, there's only one element to it, the billboard itself. And what the advertising agency want you to have is an extreme reaction, either love or hate, or disgust. Because extreme reactions get shared. The worst thing an advert can make you feel is indifferent, because that is not a memorable or shareable emotion. With a content creator-based advertising campaign, such as a sponsored video or mid-video ads or live streamers, there are two things to react to: the content, the game or product, and the content creator. And if either one of them makes you react enough to interact, such as commenting or sharing, that is a win for the product, even if the interaction is negative, because they only care that you are looking. If you hate a content creator enough to still care what they do or to still be aware of them, you are still being advertised at. When someone comments, "I hate your videos," they are an interaction metric and actually boosting the video's reach, meaning even more people will see the product. From a purely numbers-based advertising metric, hatred is just as effective as love, sometimes even more so. CGP Grey has a fantastic video called "This Video Will Make You Angry," where he explains how humans share what they hate more than what they love. Here is a brilliant example of how I have personally benefited from outrage culture without actively fueling it. A few days ago, New World streamer Annie Fuchsia was banned for milking a cow. Well, that's what the news report said. In reality, she milked a cow, then a glitch happened unrelated to the cow and she was banned. But streamer accidentally banned by glitch doesn't make people shocked or angry or get shared. Streamer banned for milking cow has that outrage factor. And then Asmongold was made aware of the situation and he actually contacted Amazon's New World team and helped get Annie unbanned. In this news report, you can see the video of him talking to her, and while he was doing this, he was in the middle of watching one of my videos, which puts my face in front of even more people because of an outrage shared article. One game, one strange glitch. If this happened to a regular player, no one would know or care, and it wouldn't have generated any interest. But it happened to a content creator, so it got written about and watched by another content creator who was watching a third content creator. And now you know about it, and now it's a meme, and now even more people know about New World. This is the nature and influence of YouTube, Twitch, and the cult of personality that comes with it. As I mentioned earlier, this whole video was inspired by a comment on Reddit, the idea that companies shouldn't pander to content creators. And I actually agree, they shouldn't distort their vision or ruin a product just to appeal. But they are absolutely aware of the profound effect content creators have on both the short-term sales and long-term success of a game. And if they're smart, they will build systems into the game that encourage content creators to make content of it. They will encourage live streamers to live stream it, and they will encourage potential customers to watch all of this. This is the future of advertising video games, and you might hate it, but that's fine, as long as you still share it. Thank you for watching. Another big thank you to my supporters on Patreon and Twitch who keep this channel going. You can support from only £1 a month. Check the video description for links to the Patreon, Twitch, Twitter and Discord. And as always, have a great day.